Clarke and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Okay, so 2 fighters through today and 1 fighter out. Of course, we're talking about the boxing for Team GB at this year's Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan. Now, we'll start off with the guy who has now left the Olympic Games, Cheavon Clarke, at heavyweight. So let's not get that confused with the super heavyweight division, of course, where previously the likes of Joe Joyce and Anthony Joshua, Lennox Lewis and co. all fought before. So this is the equivalent to the professional ranks of cruiserweight. Okay, this is the division where Deontay Wilder got a bronze in. Now, Cheavon Clarke, he crashed out of the tournament by losing 4-1 to Brazilian fighter Teixeira. Now, for me, I thought the fight was pretty close, to be honest with you. But my, I don't call it expertise because I don't think I'm an expert, but it's professional game. When it comes to amateur, it's a little bit more difficult for me. But I think that based on what it is that I see and how I know how to score a regular fight of boxing, for me, I thought that the fight was pretty close. Now, for those of you who are experts at amateur level, and especially the Olympic style scoring, then maybe you'll totally agree with the scores and say that to Cheavon Clarke, he rightfully lost 4-1. The score was absolutely correct. Now, it's going to be very disappointing for Cheavon Clarke because I know before the tournament, a lot of people were picking him to get a gold even. Now, I can't say I was one of them because, again, I don't really know who the competition is at heavyweight. At super heavyweight, I'm okay with, but at heavyweight, not so much. So I don't know if maybe this guy that Cheavon Clarke has lost to, this Brazilian Teixeira, is just better than him. Maybe people who know more about the amateur system would have known about this Brazilian and was probably picking him to beat Cheavon Clarke. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe Cheavon Clarke just isn't as good as Teixeira. Maybe he didn't apply himself. Maybe he didn't seize the opportunity. Because again, this is any Olympian. This is you always have to look at it because it only comes around every 4 years. I mean, I know Paris is only 3 years away, but again, that's down to the pandemic and the delay. But this is your one opportunity. Give everything that you've got. Everything that you have done in your amateur career is building up to this particular point. So did he apply himself? Maybe he just couldn't because his opponent is just so much better. Either way, very disappointing for him. I know a lot of people were picking him to win the gold. I've heard a few people talking about it beforehand. So he's going to be gutted, isn't he? But again, he has to be proud, much like all the Olympians. It doesn't really matter where you get to, whether you go out early, whether you get through to the gold. I mean, you have to be proud that you are chosen because you are considered the best of your weight division in Great Britain. So that's an achievement in itself. Just to get to the Olympics is an achievement in itself. This doesn't mean his career's over or anything like that. I mean, he could go to Paris in 3 years' time. But of course, he is 30 years old. So therefore, he'll be 33 at the Paris Olympics. Is he going to wait around for that or is he going to turn pro? Time will tell on all that. But of course, he's going to be very, very disappointed. So big up to Cheavon Clarke. Of what I saw, he gave everything that he could. Okay, so big up to him. He's going to be absolutely devastated, as I'm sure his teammates in that are. They're a very, very close-knit team of what I'm hearing. Now, the positive news. Younger sister of Daniel Dubois. Caroline Dubois, 20 years old. She defeated Sadiku to get into the last 16 of the lightweight division. 20 years old, southpaw fighter. A lot of heavy stuff on her shoulders. Just being the sister of Daniel Dubois is going to carry its own weight. But when you're 20 years old, and of course this is your first Olympic Games, there's going to be a lot of eyes on you, a lot of pressure. Didn't look like she was under pressure, did it? She performed absolutely fantastic. Eased through that, absolutely eased through it. Now, were there any kind of pre-fight nerves, or was she nervous, or maybe she's a little bit disappointed by her performance at times? Maybe, but based on what it was that I saw on TV, she looked pretty damn good. Really good. So very, very proud of Daniel Dubois. Now she's 2 wins away from guaranteeing herself a medal. Again, I've heard quite a few people say how Caroline Dubois, she may actually go on and get the gold. That'd be fantastic if she did that. But you see, me, I'm very, very biased. Okay, people say that I'm biased. I shouldn't be biased. I should be very, very neutral, being a boxing reporter and all that kind of stuff. Hey, this is Great Britain. This is the Olympic Games. If I'm ever going to be biased, it's going to be this one, but I'm biased anyway. But Caroline Dubois, just to get here at 20 years old, is absolutely fantastic. It really is. So to get through to the last 16, she can be very, very proud. So congratulations to Caroline Dubois. Now, of course, Pat McCormack. Now, Pat McCormack, of course, his twin brother to Luke, who, of course, Luke, he won his Olympic debut as well a couple of days ago. Now, Pat, I know a lot of people are picking him to win the Olympic gold as well. Now, he's from my neck of the woods, of course, along with Luke as well, up here in the northeast of England. I'm Newcastle. They train out of the Berkeley gym. So, of course, I'm going to be very, very biased when it comes to the twins. Of course I am. But with Pat, what a talent. What an absolute talent. Luke is as well, of course. But with the way that Pat won this fight was just one-sided. A lot of people were a little bit worried that because he's won this and he's won that, and maybe he's been a little bit unlucky in like some finals of other fights and everything like that, maybe he won't perform on the biggest stage of them all, the Olympic Games. Well, so far he's done exactly that. He has performed. He beat Razianu. Did I kill it? Probably. And now he's through to the quarterfinals where he'll take on Bobo Baturov, and that'll be on Friday. So already Pat is showing why he's there. He is a heavy favourite for a lot of people. Again, I'm not an expert on the welterweight division at the amateur level for the Olympic Games. Some of you will be. Some of you will say, yeah, but if he faces this guy or that guy, it could be in a whole world of trouble. Maybe, I don't know. But for me, I like Pat, I like Luke. I support every single member of Team GB throughout the whole Olympic Games, and of course, especially with the boxing. Boxing is my sport. So for me, with Karas Arting, Stoll, Fraser Clarke, of course, who I've interviewed in that as well, and Lauren Price, and hey, listen, the list goes on. But I'll support every single one of them. And of course, I look at all of them and think, oh, maybe you could win the Olympic gold. Maybe you could do it. Because I want at least one or two to come out of this squad with the Olympic gold. At least medal. So, I mean, either way, I'm proud of all of them, of course, and I support all of them. And I'm very, very biased with all of it. Even though I don't know who most of their opponents are going to be, I have no idea if the Brits are going to be the favourite in this one or not. In some of their fights, I wouldn't know. But for me, I'm very biased, and I'm very maybe delusional at times where it comes to, I believe, and I looked at all of them, all 11 of them, saying, oh, Olympic gold, at least a medal. Of course, 2 have crashed out already. So very disappointed the fact that 2 have crashed out so early. But either way, keep plugging away. For me, I think that these guys and girls are doing absolutely fantastic. But of course, we've only just got started. Of course, as the competition goes deeper and deeper, it's going to get harder and harder. Then it becomes more and more exciting. So either way, congratulations to Pat, congratulations to Caroline, and of course, commiserations to Cheavon Clarke. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.